Good evening, sports fans, on this late Sunday night, July 17th, 2016. I'm Peter Wiggins, down now for Sunday Night Sports Roundup. Starting off down at Yankee Stadium, where the Boston Red Sox squared off against the New York Yankees, and the Red Sox got on the board first at a Dusty Pedroia home run on a line drive at left field that makes a 1-0 for the Red Sox. But that is the only offensive Red Sox combustor in the game. And David Price pitched very well for threes, but he ran in the total of the ball in the fourth. Stalin Castro doubles on the line drive. The left fielder buckled that goes Didi Gregorius tied at 1. And then Oscar Remine singles on a sharp line drive to center fielder Jackie Bradley Jr. That's flipped by second baseman Dustin Pedroia to Stalin Castro scores 2-1 for the Yankees. Then Jacoby Ellsbury singles on a fly ball of the center fielder Jackie Bradley Jr. that scores Oscar Remine, and Jacoby Ellsbury to second base to the Brett Carter offenses to third on a throw-in error by center fielder pitcher Jackie Bradley Jr. as the Boston Red Sox fall to the New York Yankees 3-1, ending their 6-game winning streak. And David Price got the loss, fall to 9-7 in the season. He pitched 5.2 innings, gave it 11 hits, and struck out 1-1. Mishiro Tanaka got the win, and Arnold Chapman got his 18th save of the season. Next up for the Red Sox, they'll be back in Fenway for a quick 2-game series starting on Tuesday night against the San Francisco Giants with Rick Porcello on man for the Red Sox, while old friend Jake Peavy on man for the Giants. Game time 7:10 p.m. at Fenway Park. Should be a good game. Be a good series. Red Sox facing the best of the National League. Should be an interesting series. Okay, take a look at other scores by Major Leagues. Tampa Bay Rays defeat the Baltimore Orioles 5-2. Detroit Tigers over the Kansas City Royals 4-2. Cincinnati Reds shut out the Milwaukee Brewers 1-0. And the Atlanta Brewers did the same thing in Colorado Rockies 1-0. New York Mets shut out the Philadelphia Phillies 5-0. Pittsburgh Pirates an 18-inning thrill on a win over the Washington Nationals 2-1. Cleveland Indians over the Minnesota Twins 6-1. Miami Marlins over the St. Louis Cardinals 6-3. Texas Rangers over the Chicago Cubs 4-1. Los Angeles Angels over the Chicago White Sox 8-1. Toronto Blue Jays over the Oakland Athletics 5-3. Houston Astros over the Seattle Mariners 8-1. Arizona Diamondbacks over the Los Angeles Dodgers 6-5. San Diego Padres over the Saskatchewan Giants 5-3. Alright. Take a look at the standings so far. That loss gets the Red Sox to 51-39. Still 2 games ahead. And a game ahead of Toronto for second place in the AL East. Sox is still 2 behind Baltimore. In AL Central, Cleveland is 6.5 games ahead of the Detroit Tigers. And in AL West, Texas is 4.5 games ahead on the Houston Astros. In the National League West, Washington Nationals have a 6-game lead on the Miami Marlins and the New York Mets. Chicago Cubs have an 8-game lead on the St. Louis Cardinals, and Subsequent Giants have a 5.5-game lead on the Los Angeles Dodgers for first place in the NL West. Okay, wildcard teams: the Red Sox and the Red Sox and the Blue Jays, and Dodgers, Marlins, and Mets are a wildcard team. So it should be an interesting July, August, September Major League Baseball. The Pawtucket Red Sox blank the Charlotte Knights 6-0 at McCoy. Okay, take a look at some WNBA scores. New York Liberty of the Connecticut Sun 83-76. Atlanta Dream of the Los Angeles Fox 91-74. Minnesota Lynx of the Dallas Wings 97. Chicago Sky over the Seattle Storm 91-88. Alright. Let's look at some NBA Summer League basketball action. Minnesota defeating Phoenix 93-83. And Chicago 85. Cleveland 79. Alright, look at that. Some sports news on this late Sunday night. Jordan Scotland, the final round, 1-45th Open, is better described in feelings than in words. You must have watched it. Matt Kenseth's car was the fastest track and deemly with it as NASCAR determined Kenseth's number 20 car did not meet certification of Team 1. Sunday's NASCAR race at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Bellator President Scott Coker said it advanced with Santos Kid rest as he recovers from a devastated knockout blow to the weekend's Bellator 158 event. Tampa Bay Lightning resigned for Alex Gilman to a 7-year contract with an average of $4.45 million per season. Vice President and General Manager Steve Hasman announced today. Until 2012, Stanford University never had to disclose the compensation of athletic coaches at private school. It was required to reveal employment contracts that are paid to the coach enough money to record those figures being listed on it. After 3 seasons with the Rockets, Dwight Howard decided free agent with Hawks earlier this month. These 8-time All-Stars from Atlanta, and not surprisingly, there is no shortage of people anxious to welcome him home. Pawtucket, Alabama. Aaron Baddeley left no doubt how much the first victory in 5.5 years meant to him. The Austrian made a 24-foot putt on a 4-4 at the playoff with C. Wilkins to win the Barbasol Championship on Sunday at the Grand National. With training camp eliminated the ruptured Achilles tendon, April healed. Running back Aaron Foss will officially commence the search for the new team this week. He's going to work out with the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. The New York Mets played the AAA portion of the post All-Star game with a 5-0 victory to Phillies on Sunday. Tennessee running back Jalen is the big reason why they're the biggest patients on Rocky Top. With SEC days behind us, it's mostly under the preseason cancer of Southeastern Conference football teams. McCoy speech shows straight of great expectations. Morgan 9, West Virginia. Stedman Bailey, most recently a member of the Los Angeles Rams, will join West Virginia staff as a student assistant coach. Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia. As a young man, Sidney Crosby hardly ever played and walked the streets of his hometown. He even spent the time to the school or playing street hockey in front of his parents' house and the parking lot of the local churches. Sidney Crosby saved his Sheridan Stanley Cup with his hometown. David Vale, German injured named MLS All-Star for match versus Arsenal. Cut for the Reed joins New York Mets and Chicago Red Sox try again. And MLS Soccer scores puts the temper over the Seattle Sounders 3-1, New York City Football Club to Montreal 3-1, and New York Red Bull and Philadelphia 2-2 tie. That's going to be it for Sports Roundup on this late Sunday night, July 17th, 2016. I'm Pierce. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow night.